out with it, man. Let's get it. We in the building. We got some things to talk about, man. You understand? We gotta play them dirty dogs, the dirty doodle Browns. Week 1. You understand?
Ugh.
And it's a lot of interesting matchups, man. I promise you, it's some interesting matchups going on. And we gonna talk about them today, man. We gonna talk about them today. We got the quarterback market going bananas. You know what I'm saying? The quarterback market going crazy. But this is what happens when you're a Cowboy fan, man. You gotta deal with the Joneses and how they get down. But we got stuff to talk about. That's a blessing in itself, you know? Shout out to ACM Sports coming through for the crew, you understand? Shout out to the members sliding in for the win. Shout out to Big Dallas 8604. Let's go. You understand?
Indeed, man. Hey, shout out to my boy Joe Chan China from Italy, not China, tapping in the liquor store. Cynthia Casilla's in the building. What's good with y'all? And hey, let me hear on a scale of 1 to 10 what my sound sounded like, man.
We've been
let me know
through the technical difficulties, so we trying to get that thing decent for y'all, man. We trying to work it out. You know, like J. Cole did in that little song before he tapped out in the battle. You know what I'm saying? He want to see you work out. For me, you understand? We trying to work it out. But shout out to my other members came in sliding in late. Go ahead.
No, I'm finna say shout out to my boy JV in the building, man, with the cash out, man. I appreciate you for the love and support, my brother.
Salute to you, man. Salute to you, Mr. JB. B-boy in the building. That member sliding in. Shout out to y'all. Alright, we finna get this show on the road, man. But you know, first and foremost, we gotta make sure them haters doing the most what they was put on God's green earth to do, and you already knew that's hate, man. Let's get this trap jump around the corner. Hit the like and share for the squad. It will not charge a car. Let's go. Yeah, we in the building with it. Let's go.
I can't see a thing, all this money in my face. Hey. I just blew a bag, ran it back the same day. Hey. Ain't no looking back.
Yeah.
Came a long way. Hey, I know that they mad, but just let them hate. Hey, that what make them hate. That what make them hate. Hey, and we just get cake and they just in the way.
I need everybody to hit that shout.
That what make them hate. Hey, cause we just getting cake and they just in the way. Hey, landlord is showing how to ball, boy.
Let's get it.
You ain't even on the team, you just a ball, boy. Real high, used to rock knockouts, but it's real now. Real fly. I probably average your career. Nigga one day hating on it, probably wanna kill. When they got our own band, we holla a deal. Long little CEO, CIP the dollar.
Let's get it.
Took my brother, that made me go harder. That turned me to a monster. Now I'm focused on the comma. I'ma run up them comma, for the summer, run up them numbers. I know that they hate the way it go ball, man. Rockin' all this ball, man. Street made on the chain. I can't see a thing, all this money in my face. Hey. I just blew a bag, ran it back the same day. Hey. Ain't no looking back, we came a long way. Hey. I know that they mad, but just let them hate. Hey. That what make them hate. That what make them hate. Hey. And we just getting cake and they just in the way. That what make them hate. That what make them hate. Hey. Cause we just getting cake and they just in the way. Hey.
Now, you might think you at school or maybe even at home or watching us through your phone, but I promise you, we drunk trapping today, baby. We are.
Yeah.
That's what we doing.
Trap.
Make no mistake about it, man. Hey, Hen, did you hear that news that the Browns gonna be 0-1? Did you hear that news? Did you hear
I definitely heard that news.
Did
I
you hear
definitely
the
heard
news?
that news, man. I heard
Browns
that.
gonna be 0-1 to start the season. That ain't no good reason. That ain't no good way to do it.
That's a shame, man. Go down dirty shame.
You know what I'm saying? They starting off real bad for the season, man. But we gonna do what we do because we already know, you know, we are America's team. And we got things to do, man. We gotta win. But it is gonna be challenging. It's not gonna be easy now. It's not gonna be easy. It is quite a few matchups that we gotta discuss. And, man, they want to just hit us with this bomb drop. Boom. All of a sudden, the schedule don't drop to Wednesday. But you know they got to keep us on top of the game with the Cowboys now. You know that.
Trap.
We don't have to play in Brazil for them to let us know when we gonna play. You know what I'm saying? We ain't like them other folks over there. We ain't like them other folks. We got special privileges. You know what I'm saying? They know people gotta prepare, plan, fly. You know, we coming from boat, air, plane, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? We gotta go get it when it comes to these Dallas Cowboys, man. But shout out to all my members sliding in. Shout out to Common Sense Lab. Shout out to JVB boy, of course, King G, and who else? That's about it. But shout out to everybody else rocking, man. Shout out to Miss Elder, I see you in the building. Shout out to who else? Action Jackson, Miss Cynthia in the building. Troy Dudley. Shout out to everybody, man. It feels good to be back. I took a couple of little days off, you know, Mother's Day. Shout out to everybody. And happy belated Mother's Day to y'all, too.
Indeed. Happy Mother's Day in the liquor store. Happy Mother's Day in the trap. We appreciate all y'all. And listen, I know y'all good Cowboy mothers. Y'all raising them up in the right way to go. You're raising Dallas Cowboys fans. So salute to all y'all, man. We appreciate y'all for what y'all do.
We already know. Hey, I told you I got 2 sons, and they play Madden against each other, and somebody get fussed at when they ain't got the Cowboys. That's just how I gotta go. I don't know what they supposed to do. Y'all gonna have to work it out, though. You know what I'm saying? But you ready to get into some of this content, Mr. HTM? Let's do it. Let's get it done.
Man, I'm dying to get into it, man. Let's get it in, man. What's up, Tricks? Common Sense, I see y'all. Justin Kitchen in the building. Salute to y'all, man.
Salute. Let's get into some of this content, man. Cowboys versus Browns. The doo-doo Browns. You already know it.
Ugh.
But, man, before we get all the way into the matchup, we got breaking news. We know that Jared Goff just became the highest paid quarterback in Lions history, but he's the second highest paid quarterback in the NFL on a per year basis right now. Joe Burrow, 55, Jared Goff at 53, Justin Herbert at 52.5, and Lamar Jackson at 52, Jalen freaking Hurts at 51. Listen here, this is all it's saying. You're going to have to be up in the 50s if you want a quarterback, Mr. ATM.
Pretty much.
That's what it sounds like to me, man. That's what it sounds like to me. And I really think, you know, the Cowboys done did themselves in once again. That's what it sounds like to me. They screwed themselves over once again like they always do, unfortunately. And it's coming back to bite them. Y'all know we building this plane wise in the air. So let me see. Let me give Mr. ACM his spotlight. Boom, there you go. Okay. And now we rocking with it. So how you feel about that, Mr. ACM?
Well, first and foremost, man, the Dallas Cowboys, if you listen to them and you believe what they say, they wanted this to happen. Because remember, the last time that they actually talked about these contract extensions, when they talked about CeeDee Lamb and they talked about Dak Prescott, they stated out their own mouths they were willing to wait for the markets to reset. They weren't concerned about it. They just wanted to make sure they got the numbers right, which actually makes no damn sense because you have financial advisors, you have cap experts, you have all those different things that can help you project what the market would be. So it doesn't even actually make sense to wait to get these contracts done, right? So that never made sense to begin with. Secondly, it just means the Dak Prescott contract is going up, man. Because say what you want about Dak Prescott, on a individual basis, Dak Prescott has, he said, oh, Henny, tell Landlord his stream is choppy. So they saying your stream is choppy on your end, kinfolk.
It should be okay now. It's not much I can do while I'm live, so just bear with me.
It's all good.
Be back.
It's all good. But, you know, in regards to that, though, Dak Prescott, like you mentioned, his contract is going up. Say what you want, but Dak Prescott has thrown more touchdowns than Jared Goff. He's thrown less interceptions than Jared Goff. He has a higher completion percentage than Jared Goff. He has more regular season wins than Jared Goff. He has less regular season losses than Jared Goff. A higher passer rating than Jared Goff. better touchdown interception ratio than Jared Goff, better yards per attempt than Jared Goff. You just go down the laundry list of things. Dak Prescott is a better overall quarterback than Jared Goff. The only thing people will hang their hats on when it comes to Jared Goff, Jay, stop it.
Oh, you know he in trouble right now. You know. Trap. That's that look mama used to give you in church when she used to give me the look in church. You know what I'm saying? When she see me over there being distracted, and you know you in trouble then. But go ahead.
Yeah, but to continue my train of thought, before I left off, a lot of people will try and point to that Super Bowl run that he had. Do you know in those 3 games leading up to the Super Bowl, right? Including the Super Bowl, actually, Jared Goff threw 1 passing touchdown. He had 2 interceptions. He only completed 55% of his passes, and he had a passer rating of about 77. So Jared Goff was horrible in that postseason run.
Wait a minute, Hen. So are you saying that for the people that say quarterbacks win Super Bowls and stuff like that, are you saying that they false accusations?
Accusations! These are not accusations. This is false accusations.
I mean,
what you're saying?
let me ask you a question, because we've seen it with multiple quarterbacks at this point. When did Jimmy Garoppolo put up all these great playoff numbers? And when they were going to Super Bowls and NFC Championship games,
I don't recall.
Like they won a playoff game with Jimmy Garoppolo completing under 10 passes before.
Joe Burrow didn't even go in like that on his playoff run, if I ain't mistaken.
Yeah, they actually won a playoff game. Joe Burrow's run, he threw no touchdowns, a pick, and he was sacked like 5 times. The difference in that game is that Ryan Tannehill threw 4 picks or 3 picks, some shit like that.
He outpicked them. That's what it was.
Yeah, he outpicked them.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
and like Keystone said, like we witnessed it. The year that they went to the Super Bowl is when they beat us. That's the Todd Gurley 300 rushing yard game the Dallas Cowboys gave up, because Todd Gurley and old boy off the couch ran wild on the Dallas Cowboys. Y'all saw with your own eyes Jared Goff ain't do shit.
Facts. But this the main reason why we say you cannot go off of quarterback wins. That's a faulty, flawed, crazy stat, man. It really is. Now, like I said, is it rare cases to where it's an outlier situation where it seemed like the quarterback carried the bulk of the load? I gave a good example. I feel like that Seattle game, that was a Dak game. I can't figure out who else played good, so I got to give it to Dak in the offense. Dak and the receivers, I guess you could say.
Well, Dak in the passing game, because I ain't getting that for Tony Pollard to say the offense.
It still can't be one person, but we'll say one unit. We'll say the passing game. That's the guy. That's the team that won that game. And we know the defense was bad. We know the special teams everything was bad that game, except for the passing game. The run game was bad. The O-line everything was bad. So that just shows you, even in those outlier situations, it still can't be just one person that wins the game. So
facts.
This false narrative that quarterbacks do it just don't exist. I tried to figure, like, that was the closest one that I could just give Dak a majority of the credit. And it's still not all his fault. So even a win or a loss, it still ain't gonna be all the way on the quarterback, man. So we gotta let that go. We already see plenty people that get to the Super Bowls and stuff that don't even do much. Like, let's be real. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, do you know what happened the year that Peyton Manning finally broke through and won a Super Bowl? Do you know what happened in his first playoff game?
What?
He threw 3 picks.
But you know, that's Dak threw 2 picks and it's the end of the world. He sucked. We can't win with him. We can't win with him. You see what I'm saying? Like, I ain't making no excuses for interceptions, but I'm just saying, we got to understand, it's life after interceptions. Now, if Dak throw the last interception at the last second, I give him a lot of credit for losing that game. Excuse me. But it's still other stuff that led up to that point, right? It'll never be just one person's fault, bro, in this sport. Football is the most complex sport on earth. Speaking of Jared Goff, this is not golf. It's more people that's involved in this. It's not just one person, y'all. So we got to remember that.
Oh, can I give you Peyton Manning's numbers for his first Super Bowl run?
Cool. Do your thing.
So Peyton Manning in 2000 during the 2006 playoff run, when he finally won his first Super Bowl, had a passer rating of 70.5. He threw for 1,034 yards in 4 games. He threw 3 passing touchdowns, 7 interceptions.
Yikes. Hold on. Say
And
that one more time. Let them know what you're talking about and say it one more. Because you got to bring that back. You know what I'm saying? You got to bring that back right there. You got to.
Oh, I'm simply talking about when Peyton Manning, a Hall of Fame quarterback, finally got over the hump and his team won a Super Bowl. This is his playoff numbers during that run. He had a passer rating of only 70.5. He threw for 1,034 yards in 4 games. He threw 3 touchdowns, 7 interceptions in 4 games, but he still went on to win a Super Bowl and be the Super Bowl MVP.
Facts. So, all that stuff we say about the fake quarterback narrative, we got to just say this for you.
Fake ran all over you. Hate ran all over you.
We gotta let it go, y'all. We gotta let it go. Because we already know it's never just one person, man. I feel like ESPN responsible for this. Because that's the only way something like this could be so prominent in this space. Something that makes no sense. You see what I'm saying? Like, we can't just go off quarterbacks. But let's move along to the next topic. I already know.
Oh, wait. Before we get too far ahead of ourselves, I just want to throw out Peyton Manning sucked both of his playoff runs, both of his Super Bowl runs. Like, even the last one,
with them,
we gloss over it because he was old and beat up and shit. He was awful in that postseason run and in the regular season. And he was awful during his first Super Bowl run. So the years that Peyton Manning actually put up numbers in the postseason, they didn't win.
See, that's what I'm saying. And it's rare that a quarterback just be the spearhead of a championship run like that. Like, he just every game, he just throwing 300, 3-4 touchdown passes. Like, it don't happen like that. Troy, that's a good question. That's a good question. So why pay the quarterback so much? It's because they do have a big time influence on the end result. We just trying to let you understand that it's not solely on them. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's even though you can probably point at them a lot of the times, but to put it all on him, because me and West Coast had a great way we seen it the other day when we was on the show together. Like, bro, we looked at the defense gave up 5 straight touchdowns. And ain't no way you can look at that game and say the end result was, it's Dak's fault. That you gotta be crazy. You gotta be insane to do that. So that's why I say, man, that's just for the people who only can't see past Dak. Just like DeQuincy. Well, DeQuincy said he in there somewhere. You just can't see past Dak. All you see is Dak did it, Dak wrong. Now, the way the Cowboys operate, some quarterbacks are given the ability to be able to clean up some of these scars that they have on their football team, but we don't have the firepower to do that. We have one receiver and one tight end. You see what I'm saying? And Dak still pulled off almost an MVP type season. So, in my opinion, I think you should, invest in the offense. But they don't want to do that. What they said, somebody said it in the chat already. They said Dak got to do more with less. That's what it is. Dak got to do more with less. And then everybody else asking themselves, how can I help my quarterback? We up here saying, well, our quarterback got enough. He got enough. He got to figure it out.
Nah, that's crazy. That's not even true.
Wait a minute. He said Dak has had a better defense than Mahomes the last 3 seasons. That is 1,000%
That's not true.
Incorrect.
JB,
sir.
hold on, wait.
That is
JB,
1,000% incorrect.
Can I give the numbers and the facts about that?
The Chiefs defense didn't allow 20 points last year, bro.
They didn't allow 30 points last year.
they cornerback gave up one touchdown in the postseason. That was one touchdown the whole year.
Also, can I throw this out there?
No, I think they didn't give up much over 20 points the whole year.
They did not give up 30 points at a single time. And to also throw this out there, Patrick Mahomes, who was supposed to be the best quarterback in the league, did not win a single game this year when his defense allowed 25 points. The Dallas Cowboys defense, by the way, allowed over 28 points per game when they played teams with winning records. So that's why you saw them get folded up by the San Francisco 49ers. That's why you saw them get folded up by the Buffalo Bills. That's why you saw them get into a shootout with the Seattle Seahawks, despite the fact that they were a playoff team that could not score last year. And listen, look what happened in Green Bay. That defense was horrible. Like we're talking. Listen, the Kansas City Chiefs held the league MVP to 10 points at his house. The Kansas City Chiefs.
I mean, that's
the Kansas City Chiefs held the 49ers to 19 points in the Super Bowl during the regulation. So we cannot compare this. The Dallas Cowboys couldn't even stop the damn Seahawks. We talk about who had a better defense. No, the Dallas Cowboys.
Go ahead.
Gotta finish this train of thought that I'll let you cook because I'm just going to get through this. The Dallas Cowboys have been a bottom tier run defense the last 3 years. We can't just act like defense is one dimensional. You've been a good pass defense. You've been a pretty decent scoring defense. You force turnovers. You cannot even stop people. You got ran off the field by the Arizona Cardinals. You up here talk about a better defense than the Kansas City Chiefs, who were like the number one scoring defense last year. Let's stop it.
Man, he just said hey, bro, no disrespect, JB, but you gotta just be blurting stuff. Our run game was terrible last year. You think our run game was better than Pacheco? Pacheco ran them to a championship. Everybody knows.
A better run.
This what I'm saying. He's just saying stuff at this point. Like you just saying
stuff. The Dallas
Hold on. Let me get him. Because he got to hear this. You can't just be saying stuff, bro. Like you can't. Because we already know that Pacheco, this 7th-round pick, he shocked the whole world and ran them to a championship last year. Not last year, but year before last. That was him. Now, he had a better run game than us last year. We don't have a run game. For one, and how could you say the defense is better when we can't even stop the run? They got Chris Jones. Them boys stopping the run over there. They're not allowing 100-yard rushes and stuff like that. So we can't just say made-up stats. Now, you can look at the stats and say, okay, our defense is ranked higher, but what does it matter when you get to the big game and they play like crap? I don't care what the defense was ranked if they play like crap and when it matters the most. We play like absolute crap against the Green Bay Packers. Did the Chiefs defense play that bad? I told y'all, I said this before. Ain't no way you could tell me you can cut Dak Prescott face out of the roster for a day and put any quarterback you want right there. I promise you, if that defense would have had that same performance, we would have lost, bro. It ain't no quarterback that would have won that game. I'm sorry, especially not with the team we got. They wouldn't have won that game, bro. That was just an L. If your defense come out there and give up touchdown after touchdown after touchdown, you're gonna lose, bro. I don't care who you are. So people gotta get that Dak only tunnel vision out of your brain, bro. You just gotta relax.
And what I was gonna say too, man, the Dallas Cowboys have not had a 100-yard rusher in the postseason since 2018. So what are we talking about? A better run game? That run game don't even show up in the postseason. What did Zeke do against the Los Angeles Rams? What did Zeke or Tony do against the 49ers in either one of those postseason games? What did Tony Pollard do last year against the Green Bay Packers? What did our run game do in that Tampa Bay game? I know we blew them out, but they really didn't give us much. That was a Dak Prescott game. That man had 5 total touchdowns. So where is this stuff coming from?
Yeah, we gotta. I'm pretty sure he maybe he get it now. I guess because none of the accusations, the false accusations, none of them accusations was true, man. We just gotta let it go. But let's continue, man. Let's continue. Let's get into it. All right, we know that you're going to have to pay Dak 50 plus million. I believe he is on the docket for how much this year, Hen? 50 what?
Like 55. Let me double check and make sure what his cap hit is, because we restructured him.
So this could be the Jones' thought process. Like, hey, we got to pay him 50 plus million anyway, so he'll be right up in the upper echelon. And if they don't want to pay him a big contract or give him an extension, I guess he can live with the 50-something million dollar hit this year. So we'll see how that go. But like you were saying, I meant to put
2024.
Like you were saying, another deal done. Detroit Lions are signing Jared Goff to a 4-year, $212 million contract extension that includes $170 million guarantees, sources tell ESPN. Goff now goes from former number 1 overall pick to highest paid line in franchise history. So now, a lot of people gonna say Jared Goff won Super Bowls. Now, he just showed you, you know what I'm saying? He went to Super Bowls, all of that good stuff. They gonna say that he did it, not his team that he was a part of. Okay? And we gonna look at their stats and their numbers head to head right here. You wanna do the honors, Mr. HTM?
You know I do, man. And listen, I'm proud of myself because I remember most of this shit off the top of the head. So and also, just so y'all know, Jared Goff has played 3 more games than Dak Prescott due to injury. So Dak Prescott has a record of 73-41. Jared Goff has a record of 66-50-1. Dak Prescott career completion percentage is 67, which is one of the best in NFL history. Jared Goff's completion percentage is 64.7. Jared Goff has thrown for slightly more yardage, 30,429 in 3 more games, by the way. Dak Prescott has thrown for 29,459. Dak Prescott has a slightly higher passing yards per attempt at 7.6. Jared Goff throws for like 1 point something more yards a game. Dak Prescott has thrown 202 passing touchdowns. Jared Goff has thrown 185. Dak has thrown only 74 picks. Jared Goff has thrown 82. Dak Prescott's passer rating is 99. Jared Goff's is 93. Dak Prescott has ran, and his rushing numbers blow him out the water, by the way. We don't even need to go through that. But Dak Prescott had more rushing attempts, more rushing yards, better rushing yards per attempt, and more rushing touchdowns. So there's really not much you can say about Dak Prescott and Jared Goff on an individual level. And even if you look at postseason numbers, Dak Prescott has better playoff numbers.
And he was a number 1 overall pick compared to where Dak come from. And he still ain't better than Dak.
Yeah, and this the thing. Like I blurted out those playoff numbers for Jared Goff earlier. And matter of fact, do I need to screen share this shit so folks don't think I'm capping?
I don't know how to do it right now, you know.
Oh, that's fine. I'm just gonna pull it up and read it off for y'all again. All right. So Jared Goff, 2018 playoff run. They played 3 games. He had 59 completions out of 106 attempts. That's a completion percentage of 55.7. He threw for 712 yards in 3 games. He only averaged 6.7 yards an attempt. He averaged about 237 passing yards a game. He threw 1 touchdown. He had 2 interceptions. He was sacked 5 times. He had a passer rating of 71, which was abysmal. So what I'm trying to tell you is Jared Goff was damn near an innocent bystander while they was making a Super Bowl run. Because they had Todd Gurley. They had the other running back. They had one of the best defenses in National Football League. Right? So they had everything humanly possible except for a quarterback. That's why Matthew Stafford got traded for.
That's exactly why what's his name? Just drew a blank. The OC.
Bad intentions. That's the thing. He did not lead shit. How can you lead a team with 1 passing touchdown? Answer the question. How can you lead a team completing under 60% of your passes? How can you lead a team handing the ball off? You better off saying Todd Gurley led them to an NFC Championship game. You're better off saying Yeah, you better off saying that Aaron Donald led them to an NFC Championship game.
Yeah,
Now
Sean
you can
McVay.
give
Sean McVay.
Yeah,
That's
you can
why
give him
Sean
credit.
McVay wanted a real quarterback.
Yeah, you can give him credit for last year, even though they stunk it up when they got to the NFC Championship game, because he played well last year. But we're not finna sit here and act like he did anything in that 2018 run. I'm not going to allow bullshit and cap, because that's what that is right there. That man
Bobby,
did nothing.
you gotta relax, Bobby. He said Dak got Zeke and CD, no excuses. Man, do you know what everybody else got? They got much more than us, I tell you that. You gotta look at what San Francisco got, then revisit me. That's what I'm saying. So how is that enough for Dak, but nobody else has to play with that? The only person who plays with less is Patrick Mahomes. He about the only person besides Dak. Everybody else play with everything, but the only difference is Pat Mahomes got a great defense over there that knows how to stop the run. That's the only difference. We can't stop the run. Our defense is okay sometimes.
It's not it's not a debate, and I sleep real good at night, my nigga. So it's nothing to really talk about. You can come in here being a hating ass nigga all you want. It ain't gonna change the fact that Jared Goff ain't do shit. You can cry, you can pray to God, ain't gonna change the fact that he ain't do shit in 2018. I'm glad you came to my TED Talk, though.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, some people just, they stubborn with what they see, and they, even though you hit them in the face with facts over and over, even though you slide on them with facts, they still gonna have a certain feeling that they gotta have. So, it is what it is. That's what helped them sleep at night, sound like, because if somebody show me and present me facts, I'm going to consider what they talking about. Even though I don't believe it, I'm going to still consider it like, okay, that's a good point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to be right. I'm searching for the truth. I'm searching for what makes this team better. So it ain't got to be like that for me, man. I'm just a little different than some of these people. Some people have their head on one way, and that's it. It can't move. It just can't ever be changed. And that's an ignorant way to be. I'm going to just be real with you. It's a very ignorant way to be.
I mean, I just want to know, what's the criteria for leading a team to a Super Bowl? You just own the team? So you're telling me Jimmy Garoppolo led the 49ers to the Super Bowl? Bro, y'all got to grow up with y'all football takes, man. Y'all need to grow the hell up with y'all football takes, man. I want to know. So what's the board for the Ravens? What was that boy for the Ravens before Joe Flacco? Did he lead his team to the Super Bowl? Y'all got to stop this bullshit, dog.
They use stuff like that when it's against Dak. They know better than that. But let's go on to this, man. Mr. Nick Harris, shout out to him on Twitter. Yeah, that was Trent Dilfer over there in Tampa Bay. Did he lead his team to a Super Bowl? Get out of here.
No, that's Brad Johnson. That's Brad Johnson in Tampa Bay.
Oh, that was Trent Dilfer. Did he lead his team? Yeah.
Trent Dilfer was with Baltimore. So what's the criteria to leading your team to the Super Bowl? Nigga, what you talking about? Like, for one, you got to have more than one passing touchdown. You got to actually contribute to the damn project and not just show up and put your name on it at the end of the assignment. Exactly. That's what you can do.
So let's get into this right here, man.
What's wrong with folks, man? Pray for him.
Shout out to Nick Harris on Twitter. He says Tyler Guyton's first assignment, if he earns the starting job at left tackle, the reigning defensive player of the year. Welcome to the NFL, kid. That's all I'm going to say. So what you feel about this matchup, man? All I'm going to say to start the conversation off is don't get my quarterback hurt. That's all I'm saying. Don't get my quarterback hurt. What you got to say about that matchup, man?
Baptism by fire. Because listen, and really it's not a good matchup for either one of our tackles. We're sitting here talking about Tyler Guy, and it's not a good matchup for Terrence Steele as either. You know what I mean? It's not a good matchup for Terrence Steele at all. So it's not a good matchup for the Dallas Cowboys offensive line, let alone for Tyler Guy, who's going to be having his first NFL start against one of the better defensive players in the league. So, hey, man, I get it. I want him to succeed, though, man. I got a lot of faith in him. I think he'll do all right, but I don't expect him to just go toe-to-toe with a war daddy and come out unscathed. I expect the Dallas Cowboys to chip with a running back, to chip with a tight end, have some quick design passes, get the ball out of Dak Prescott's hand, try and lead with the run at some instances to try and slow down that pass rush. I think they're going to do a lot of things schematically to give him a fighting chance out there. I don't think that Mike McCarthy is going to allow him to just get bullied.
Shout out to Bobby Ellis with the $2 super. He says Dak just win 2 consecutive postseason wins. I mean, I get it. Like we said, it's not just him though. So listen, Bobby, this is what I mean. If Dak, listen, because this right here gonna tell it all here. If we say something like this, listen, let me paint this situation for you. Wait, just give me 1 second. Okay. Let's say, for instance, that Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys get to the NFC Championship, right? But Dak didn't throw no touchdown passes. The run game just was like 200-300 yards a game. What would you say? Would you say Dak got you to the NFC Championship? They wouldn't say that. You see what I'm saying? And the same thing is true in the vice versa. Dak could throw for 200-300 yards a game, 3-4 touchdowns, and still lose. So how do you distribute the blame in these cases like this? You see what I'm saying? You would not give Dak the credit if he didn't do nothing. You wouldn't give him the credit. You wouldn't say, Dak got us to the NFC Championship. You would be like, Dak was a passenger, because I know how people is. They going to just move the goalposts. Well, Dak didn't play well. We got there, but Dak didn't play well. Why would we sign him? If we got to the NFC Championship next year, this is a promise. If we get to the NFC Championship next year and Dak don't play well, people going to be like, man, we don't need to sign Dak. What we going to give him money for? That's a guarantee, bro.
Trap.
You see how people just move the goalposts, and that's why we can't even, you know what I'm saying? This is why this discussion is kind of just toxic. It makes no sense at times because it's a flawed way to look at it. If Dak don't play well, you still going to be like, man, get him out of here because we could have been better. If Dak would have played well, we could have been in the Super Bowl. That's what people going to say. So why are we sitting up here saying stuff like this? It makes no sense, y'all. That's why you can't put it on a quarterback. You can't put it on one person. You just can't. And we seen, that's what I said against that game against the Chiefs, bro. The Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes did not score for a whole half, y'all. Do you think Dak could have did that? Like, even the people that hate Dak, like, let's be real. You've watched at least half of the Cowboy games last year. Even the haters, the casuals, even y'all at least watched half of the games. Do you actually believe this team would have been in the game if Dak didn't score for a whole half? Answer these questions to me, man. Just be real. Like, we ain't trying to take up for no damn Dak Prescott. I said get his ass out of here if he ain't the guy. I'm just being real. Like, fair is fair, bro. Like, let's be fair about it. Ain't no way in hell the Cowboys would have been in that game if we didn't score a touchdown in a whole half of football against a good team. Ain't no way. So
let me ask y'all this.
Let's stop being full of crap, bro. Let's be real about this stuff.
And let me ask y'all this. Like, I gave y'all the numbers for Peyton Manning when he won his Super Bowl. 3 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. He was bad. Could Dak Prescott have won a Super Bowl with those numbers? Right?
Absolutely
Tom Brady, when he went to Tampa Bay and won a Super Bowl, in the NFC Championship game, that man threw 3 interceptions. Would the Dallas Cowboys have been able to hold on and win that playoff game?
No.
All right, let me ask you this then. When Lamar Jackson, he won a playoff game last year, you realize his defense did not give up a single touchdown in that game. The only touchdown that was given up was by special teams on a kick return. Then he turned around and he lost a playoff game where his defense held a team down to 17. The Kansas City Chiefs in that same game held the league MVP to 10 points. Had the Dallas Cowboys defense showed up and showed out like that?
No.
Okay,
now I give y'all a couple. One of them games against San Francisco, the defense did play well enough to win. A couple of them games they did, but we had. I was about to say some crazy. We had Kellen Moore back then. And we know how Kellen Moore get down, man. We know how Kellen get down. He don't know how to call plays. And if you don't believe that, we've seen credible people who used to be GMs and all of this get on national TV and tell you that he calls plays like he's playing Madden football. They said this. I remember when it was unpopular to say this. Shout out to Dallas Cowboys too, because we stood on the hill and said this stuff. When we was the number one offense, we said he didn't know how to call plays. And then next time you know, you get credible people coming out after this stuff come to fruition. Now they saying, oh, he don't know how to call plays. We knew that. I said that. And for the people who don't think I did, my very first short is me criticizing Kellen Moore play calling. Go back and look at it. It's documented. My very first short on YouTube. I've been sick of him calling plays. So every year I just felt like he should grow a little bit and get a little better. That's where my hope came from. I'm like, he was a young play caller. Okay, this year he'll be a little better. Next year he'll be a little better. You see what I'm saying? That's what my logic was.
So can you put Rare Breeze coming on the screen for me?
Okay, let me get through these supers real quick. I got 2 supers. I got one from Common Sense Lab with the $2 super. I appreciate you. He said, let's be real. Without Dak, we are the Cardinals. Man, hey, I gotta trap. Man, that's too real, bro. People want to be without Dak so bad until we end up being the worst team in football. We've seen what happens. You be at the top of the draft, don't you, Hen? Shout out to Bobby Ellis with another $2. He said, Landlord, okay, it's the defense too. They folded against Green Bay. Okay. See, I can compromise like that, bro, because I'm just being real. I don't have no agendas for nobody. My only agenda is for the Cowboys to win. So whoever got to get sacrificed in that, it is what it is to me. You see what I'm saying? It could be a player, coach, anybody can get it if they in the way of my team being successful. That's how I am with it. So, hey, anybody can get it. What they say, anybody can get it. Pass me a light.
Pass me a lighter, I'm trying to smoke me up.
Everybody are up if they going against my team being successful. So, it could be a player, coach, whoever, they can get it. But what you was about to get into here, that was my
put Rare Breed on there for me.
Rare Breed. That's a dope name. Did he say? Was his comment dope?
Not at all. I just have to fact check this real quick.
Okay, Mr. Rare Breed, here you go.
All right. He said it's a fact Dak don't show up against winning playoff teams in the regular season or the playoffs. They beat up on slog teams. He done ran through 3 coaches plus his team's best years with his first few years. Well, first and foremost, to address your bottom part, his best season was last year when he was an All-Pro and second in MVP voting. So let's not pretend like that doesn't trump anything he did to start his career, right? Let's start with that. Secondly, people always talk about quarterbacks' numbers against winning teams. When Drew Brees has a losing record against teams with over 500, Aaron Rodgers, who's supposed to be the baby GOAT at one point, has a losing record against teams over 500. Jared Goff has a losing record against teams over 500. Who else? Who else? Let me go down the list. Kyler Murray, Justin Herbert. Like every quarterback you can damn near think of, not named Tom Brady and not named Patrick Mahomes, has a losing record against playoff caliber teams in the regular season. So it's a false narrative that they've pushed years and years and years against Dak Prescott without actually showing you what everybody else stacks up. You have to actually go and research and Google what these other people's playoff stats were. They ain't gonna tell you none of that shit. So listen, that's not even a good talking point. If everybody is bad against playoff teams in the NFL, including the Hall of Famers, then it's not really a talking point, is it?
It gets denied. You can't criticize Dak for it if everybody else is the same guy. So yeah, that's another flawed narrative that
you
goes
done looked it up.
Dak Prescott.
All right, you done hold on. You said that's false. I done looked it up. No, the hell you didn't. I can pull the shit up right now. You talk about you done pulled it up.
They be trying to run game, man. Hey,
run game like nigga. I wouldn't say the shit if I didn't Google it already.
We ain't letting it happen in the trap, sir. Trap. Hey, it's facts over feelings over here, man. Hey. Is Dak one of my favorite players on the team? Yeah, but that's a feeling. If it's a fact that he's bad for the football team, hey, kick his ass out. That's how I feel. Anything for the team, that's good, I'm for it. If it's bad for the team, I'm against it. That's how we all gotta be. Are you willing? Cause I gotta ask this question, man. Cause sometimes people be really concerning me. Are you willing to sabotage your team just to feel like you right? Cause I want y'all to understand, bro. If this team don't sign Dak back, bro, and they screw us out of this, and we sit up here and don't make real arguments for Dak, and they trick us out of a quarterback, and now we got to be stuck with nobody or somebody that's terrible, that's going to be crazy, y'all. That's going to be crazy. And I don't want to be on that side of history where I'm just sitting up here letting it go on and not saying nothing. That's crazy. Y'all won't get me like that. I'm going to be on the right side of history. I'm going to call the Joneses out and Dollar Bill on his madness that he do. I'm going to call him out because I know what's right and I know what this team should be doing. They should know what they should be doing, but we got to figure it out. We got to see if they going to actually do the right thing. Like Spike. We got to see if they're going to do the right thing.
So anyway, Aaron Rodgers, 41 wins, 44 losses against teams with winning records. Baker Mayfield, 7 wins, 21 losses. Kirk Cousins, 14 wins, 43 losses. Josh Allen is at 500. He was 17-17 last time they logged it. Justin Herbert was 7 wins and 14 losses. Kyler Murray was 3 wins and 11 losses. Daniel Jones was 3 wins and 13 losses. Sam Darnold was 4 wins and 13 losses. Deshaun Watson, 7 wins and 19 losses. I already said that Tom Brady had a winning record, 74-47. Matt Ryan, 33 wins, 63 losses. Matthew Stafford, 11 wins, 72 losses. And listen, it's been a couple years since it's been updated, but pretty much it all lines the hell up to what the hell I'm talking about.
Hey, shout out to Marvin the Martian, because I'm telling you, boy, you'll get you a Super Bowl. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. You'll get you a Super Bowl. Put me at head coach, boy. I'm telling you right now, I get you a Super Bowl. All the moves that we wanted to make in free agency, Landlord gonna get it done. Jerry ain't the only hustler in the building. He ain't the only finesser in the building. You ain't gonna get me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come out on the big side of that one. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get the short end of the stick. I'm sorry. You ain't gonna get me.
I mean, hold on, bad intentions. The Dallas Cowboys ain't been to a Super Bowl in almost 30 years. You've been sick to your stomach the entire time. Why we acting like when Dak Prescott showed up, we stopped winning? We ain't win shit with Tony Romo. At the back end of Troy Aikman's career, we didn't win shit. You know, during that quarterback purgatory, we didn't win shit. So I get it.
I don't know how we keep getting on Dak, but we supposed to been on some other stuff, so we're gonna have to let them breathe, bro. We gonna have to let that go. We got content to do. We supposed to been on something else. We supposed to been talking about Tyler Guyton going up against the reigning defensive player of the year. Now we could talk about the Cowboys having the second most expensive receiver room. That don't even sound right.
So let me just start with this. So the Dallas Cowboys second most expensive receiving room, right?
Yeah.
Do we have the second best receiving core?
Hell no. Absolutely not.
Trap.
It ain't even close. It's so many receiving cores I take over ours. And look, CD Lamb is top heavy now. We top heavy. CD is great. He greater than a lot of these people. He's probably the best receiver, second 1A, 1B receiver in the league. But the receiving core is not just CD Lamb. He's not the only person. We talking about the core, not one player. It's plenty of them I take over us. Like, I'm just being real, bro. I don't want to lie to y'all. If they put me in a pick situation, I'm picking those guys. I'm picking because they got better players, bro. They just do. But y'all say Dak is good with what he got. He got McDonald's at home. That's how you lose, bro. That's how you lose.
I mean, can we just go through the receiving cores in the NFL?
They don't want to hear that, Hen. I don't want to be depressed. I know better.
No, let's just go through the receiving cores.
So you want me to cry live on air? That's what you want?
You got no choice, man. Sometimes you gotta cry a little bit, man. It be like that.
Damn, man.
So who has a better receiving core, us or the Philadelphia Eagles?
Eagles.
Who has a better receiving core, us or the San Francisco 49ers?
Niners.
Who has a better receiving core, us or the Houston Texans?
Texans.
All right, who has a better receiving core, us or the Miami Dolphins?
Dolphins.
Who has a better wide receiving core? Oh, shit. Trey, stop lying.
Well,
Trey, we ain't finna do this. Trey
trolling.
Trey be going crazy.
Hey,
I love my boy,
he
though.
gotta be. That's my dog, too, but he trolling right now. He trolling.
Oh, that's my guy, man.
Listen, bro. And what's so discouraging with me is how big of a differential it is. Most of this stuff ain't close. Like, I just did this with Boss. Bro, Devontae Smith is better than Cooks. Now, is he a mile better than Cooks? Maybe not, but I'll take Devontae. He's younger and better. That's my guy.
I'll take the 1,000-yard receiver over Brandon Cooks.
I'll take him ASAP. Okay, Brandon Ayuk, he might be the number one receiver now. We don't even know. They so good, we don't even know who the number one no more. Is it Debo? Is it Brandon Ayuk? Who the hell knows? I'll take both of them over Cooks. Okay, we talking about Miami. Would you take Jalen Waddle over Brandon Cooks? I know you will. Hell yeah, you will. If you don't, you might want to get checked. Okay, who else we got?
Minnesota might have a better receiving core than us because they got Jay Jettis and they got Jordan Addison.
Jordan Addison probably better right now. He young. That's kind of up for debate. He young, but he had a great year last year. I think he had like 900 yards. He still had a better year than. Never mind. But who else? It's plenty of them. T. Higgins. Would you take him over Cooks?
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that's just better, y'all. Like, we ain't sitting up here championing for nobody. They just better. Like, if they better, they better. We the fools up here saying that got enough. This why I tell y'all to stop doing that.
Who has a better wide receiving core, the Rams or us?
They got Pookie and who else? Cooper
Kupp.
Cooper on his last leg though, but Pookie hard.
Cooper Kupp fine.
You think Cooper's? I might take us on. No.
Nah, I'm not. Nah, because Cooper Kupp was going crazy.
Them real bad though. CD killing them. But
I mean, CD better. That's one dude
too though. But I don't know about Cook right now at this stage of his career over Cooks. But they about at the damn same stage.
I mean, let's take a look at Cooper Kupp. Let's see his numbers.
Y'all vote that one because I'm kind of split on that one. Y'all vote that one. Kupp or Cooks right now?
Listen, Cooper Kupp missed games last year and had 737 yards to go along with 5 touchdowns. I'm still taking Cooper Kupp.
How many games he missed? Because Brandon Cooks missed 1. I'm just trying to be fair. I'm just trying to be fair.
Let me see how many he missed, dog. Because you finna make me embarrass my own nigga. He only played in 12 games, man. He would have been 1,000-yard. He would have been 1,000-yard receiver if he played in all the games, man.
I don't know, bro. Look,
12 games, 700 yards.
Pookie is number 1. He the number 1 receiver over there now. So I ain't even compare him. We compare number 2s.
Then Cooper Kupp is better than Brandon Cooks right now.
So how many others? It's still more people out there who you would probably say they got a better receiving core than us.
Man, I'm not even considering the tight ends. You know what I'm saying? I'm not considering the tight ends. I said receiving core. Yeah, man, that will get us in trouble. Because listen, the Eagles have a better receiving core. The Eagles have a better receiving core, and they still got a good tight end.
Washington receiving core is kind of hard. They got Scary Terry and who the other dude?
And Jahan Dotson.
Would you take Dotson over Cooks?
Not right now. I think Dotson needs another year before I put him over.
What about Green Bay?
They got too many dudes. They got like 6 dudes. I can't even compare that.
Romeo Dobbs and Christian dude. They core gotta be better all around though. But I think Brandon Cooks better than they number 2 though. Yeah. And you know that's coming from me. So Jacksonville ain't better no more because they got rid of Ridley. That's another one. Tennessee.
Hold on.
Better than us. Tennessee is better than us. They got Ridley and DeAndre Hopkins.
And they got Tyler Boyd.
Listen,
So,
y'all.
yeah, all three of their spots are better.
But we sitting up here saying that got enough, bro. Do y'all get the picture now? Do it still sound like I'm trying to take up for him? We already said Houston Keystone. Tank Dell better than Brandon Cooks.
Hold on. Are we sure?
And that's their third.
Hold on. Are we sure that Jacksonville might not be better than us? They still got Christian Kirk. They drafted Brian Thomas Jr. in the first round, and they got Gabe Davis.
They drafted Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah, that's why we went.
Remember, we don't know what he gonna do yet. Now look, we ain't trying to beat up on our squad. We just trying to be real, y'all. Like so how many of them did y'all disagree with? How many of y'all disagree with? Cause all the teams we named, I'll take their receiving core over us. Man,
I mean, listen. He said Dak was MVP with our receiving core. Yeah, so imagine if you actually gave him a receiving core then.
Okay, look, if you want to say he ain't better than Brandon Cooks, if you talking about his reputation and stuff, I'm talking about last season. This is what we talking about last season. Last season, he was better than Brandon Cooks. He was. And he only played 11 games and had a better year than Brandon Cooks. So what you want me to do with that? Brandon Cooks played, 16 games? Tank Dell played like 11 and had a better year. He said Houston and Titans are not better. Titans ain't better, so you will take
DeAndre Hopkins, Calvin Ridley,
you will take Brandon Cooks over
Boyd.
DeAndre Hopkins?
Dog, we don't even know what we're gonna get from our third receiver. Tyler Boyd is a proven third receiver. Calvin Ridley is a former All-Pro. DeAndre Hopkins was still a 1,000-yard receiver last year. They have a better tandem of wide receivers than we got.
He said pull up the numbers. Bro, they killing. We comparing tools. Who numbers you want? You gonna count? Answer me. I give you the floor. You gonna count DeAndre Hopkins as a number 2, or you gonna count Ridley as a 2? Which one you want to count?
And listen, we count Tyler Boyd as a 3 and Jalen Tolbert, it's a wash. Like Tyler Boyd watches Jalen Tolbert right now. What are we talking about? Like, we don't even have an established third receiver.
This is the reason why we said draft a receiver, bro. But they didn't listen. They didn't listen.
And listen, we just want us to be fair in this shit, man. You know, if Dak don't get it done this year and folks want to move on from him, sure, fuck it. But, you know, we need a plan and everything else. Like, moving on from a quarterback is just like trying to swap jobs when you're a grown-ass man. When you're a child, you're living with your mama, you know, she still pay your cell phone bill and fix your meals and shit. You can quit your job whenever. When you are a grown-ass man with a mortgage, a wife, kids, tuition, credit card, all that other stuff, you got to move differently. You got to have a plan of action, and you just finna swap out jobs, man. And that's the thing. If you're going to move on from Dak Prescott, tell me your plan in mitigating that $40 million cap hit, because if he walks, you're going to owe $40 million in dead money. Tell me the quarterback you're going to sign to play for you next year, and then tell me your plan moving forward. That's all I ask you to do.
Said, Titans still got Treylon Burks. they got throwaway receivers that won't even touch the field that's better than ours. I don't know, y'all.
That's what I'm saying.
This is depressing. I told him not to do this. I said not do it. So don't get mad at me when I come out here and tell the truth about it. Just let me know the ones you disagree with. Maybe I'm overreacting. Just tell me the ones you disagree with. Yep. We just named about how many teams? We named about 10 teams.
Yep. Named about 10 of them. And Landlord, to my point of what we talking about Prescott. So let me ask you a question. So would you be better off eating $40 million and signing a $20 million quarterback to play for you? Or would you be better off paying Dak Prescott $53 million a year? What sounds like it makes more sense? What do you think would be more bang for your buck?
I'm sick of Trey. You finna get blocked because I can't work under these conditions. He told me I disagree with all that bullshit. Look, the only one I agree with you said nothing the Eagles got is better than ours. Hey, we'll give you that one. Trap. But we just being real, man. We gotta really evaluate this stuff and take our feelings out. We just gotta tell the truth. Like, hey, if we talking player for player, it's an L for us.
Yeah.
He said Traylon Burks not even that good.
All right.
How you feel about some of our receivers?
Well, I'm finna say what we got ain't good. Traylon Burks come over this bitch and be wide receiver number 3 or 2, depending on what the hell happens.
You ain't lying, man.
And hey, you ain't answer my question though, man. What would you do, landlord? Would you
I would
let
pay
that
my
walk?
quarterback 50.
Well, okay then. All right. What more do you need to see from Dak Prescott that you ain't seen in the last 8 years? Well, seeing as multiple quarterbacks won Super Bowls after year 8, I'm gonna keep going with the quarterback that was in the MVP discussion. Stop snorting powder. Stop snorting powder and getting on the internet and saying crazy shit.
Really?
And I need you. No, fuck that. I need you to name those 12 quarterbacks before I block your ass. Name the 12 quarterbacks better than Dak Prescott if you want to stay on here. That's all I'm trying to say. I ain't finna argue with y'all niggas.
We ain't talking. We can't count rookies really. But I mean, we kind of can though, low key. But I ain't gonna do that. But the Chiefs they ain't got Rashee Rice right now, Tricks, though. He's in a world of trouble right now.
No, he's not suspended yet.
He's in trouble, though. He probably is.
It doesn't matter. He might get suspended for part of the season. Listen, if he gets suspended 8 games, he'll still come back 9 and be available for the postseason. So what is he missing out on if he's going to be there catching passes from Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs?
True. Okay. Xavier Worthy pick was off the chain for them, bro. I'm over here like, man, I'd take him over a lot of receivers. I ain't gonna name none, but I'm just saying, I'd take him over a lot of them. I'll tell you that much. But, man, we dropped the ball without drafting one, man. We dropped the ball without drafting one. We drafted one late, okay? Flournoy, that's what they say his name is a man of destiny. He is fixing to cook. I hope so, Ratio. I hope so. Like, listen. When I say stuff like this, I'm not wishing bad on my team. I'm just going with what I feel, bro. And I gotta tell the truth of how I feel about it. Nobody knows yet, but I'm just telling you how I feel right now.
I mean, man, either way you cut it, the Dallas Cowboys are overpaying for their wide receiver room. You got the second most expensive wide receiving room, and you're not really sure about any of your damn wide receivers outside of CeeDee Lamb. And that says enough.
How is that even possible, bro? Cause of this right
dead
here.
Money.
The dead money we paying Michael Gallup. That's why this is an issue right now. This is why this is an issue. And you got Brandon Cooks sitting up with $10 million. CD ain't even signed and he hitting you for 17.
Okay.
I feel y'all, bro. But I'm saying this my biggest fear, Mr. Joseph. This is my biggest fear. My biggest fear is for Dak Prescott to be super protected in the front of the line, like nobody's coming nowhere. And then he look up for the receivers and he ain't got nobody to throw the ball to. That's my biggest fear right there. Because you don't really need the pass rush to lock up receivers that's not that good. So I'm just saying, we'll see. I pray that ain't the case. I really do. I really do, y'all. I pray to God that I have to have a public apology to Brandon Cooks. I pray to God that I have to have a public apology to Lil Legs. Everybody that I have these takes about, bro, I promise I can't wait to make the apology video. That's how I am. I want good for them. But I'm just telling you exactly how I feel right now, this moment in time. I gotta be honest. That's just how it is. This is how I go. I gotta be honest.
Man, listen. I agree with you because I don't want none of these young guys to fail, man. They on my team. I want them to be successful. I want Brandon Cooks to be successful. I want Jalen Tolbert to be successful. I even want Schoonmaker and his 40-year-old virgin looking ass to be successful.
42 toss would be amazing. 42 toss would be amazing, man. It'll be amazing if we can do that and score a touchdown. Just one time.
That'd be so damn funny. I die laughing. They actually did the 42 toss.
He said Brandon Cooks' last 11 games was elite. Oh my God.
Man, hell no. This Brandon,
man.
hell, listen, that's Brandon Cooks right there in the chat box.
Hold up.
This nigga on a burner account.
I gotta go back and see this. Cause landlord crazy then. That's what that means.
Man, hell no. That's Brandon Cooks in the chat box, nigga. That is that man burner account.
That is Brandon Cooks.
That is Brandon Cooks. I'm sorry, dog. I want the interview. So hey, I'm gonna walk that back.
Yeah,
I'm gonna walk it back.
We sorry, bro. Like relax.
We sorry. We sorry, cuz we went too hard on you, man.
I went
Come
a
on
little
the
too
show.
far. My bad, bro. God damn. Cause look, he said his last 11?
He said 11.
Wow. That's a lot of games right there, bro. That's a lot of games.
Rico
last
Jones,
11
what's up, my
wild.
boy? Let's
Last
take a look,
11
dog.
is wild. Why does my internet want to act crazy right now? Hold on. I got something for you.
Well, I say this. In his last 10 games with the Dallas Cowboys, let me make sure this. Yeah, I got at least the last 10. So in his last, it got the postseason game. Hold on, last 10.
He trolling us. He trolling us because he laughing. Nah, don't.
Regular season. Hold on.
Nah, he trolling.
I don't care. Let me pull up the numbers. So these are his stats in his last 10 regular season games. Not that great.
Who you telling? You know you ain't got to tell me. Hey, Troy, don't do that. I don't wish that. I pray we hear his name a lot. Like, Troy said you will not hear Cook's name this year. Wow.
Ooh, don't please. I need to hear his
terrible.
name.
That's terrible. That's one of these right here. Oh, no. We don't need that. We want to hear his name, Troy. We really do. We got to hear it. I hope so, Bruce. I promise y'all. Hey, what I said, anybody I got a bad take on, if they shut me up, I'm buying a jersey. That's how it's gonna go. I'm gonna buy the jersey and I'm gonna wear it on screen for y'all. So if that's not support, I don't know what support is. You know what I'm saying?
That's support though.
What else?
I mean, it's the best kind of support we can give.
You know what I'm saying? And then look, I'm gonna wear their jersey while I do the public apology. That's how it's gonna go.
That's real right there, man.
Hey, I can't get no better than that. I don't know what else I can do better than that.
I mean, only thing they got to do now is earn the apology.
That's it.
That's it.
I can't wait to do it. I can't wait to do it. That's the first video I'm gonna make.
He said the first video he gonna make. Bishop Gina Green said Cuz gonna be fine. I hope so.
I hope so.
All right, what else is on the docket, man? I feel like we got segued a little bit.
We always do, but that's just the beauty of the show. Okay, we just talked about this already, so we can move along.
Thank you.
We already know we have the third most expensive wide receiver room on the planet, and it's just crazy when you think about that. Look, this right here, folks, is really.
Bro, I forgot about Chicago.
It's really the reason
Chicago
why.
got a way better one.
It's the reason why, Las Vegas. Maybe.
Tampa Bay.
They got Devontae Adams and Hunter Renfrow. Who they second receiver? Who their other receiver is?
They got Jacoby Myers, actually. They got Jacoby Myers. They number 2 receiver. Shit. Man, Tampa Bay better. Now think about it. They got Mike Evans. They still got Chris Godwin. They got Palmer. They got a bunch of wide receivers.
I don't know about Godwin.
Man, Chris Godwin's still like that. Man, hell no. You finna make me pull up his numbers.
I don't know. I'm trying to be fair, bro. I don't want the whole goddamn league to be better than us at receiver, bro. That's not what I need.
Nigga, hell no. Chris Godwin's a 1,000-yard receiver last year.
Chill out, bro. Chill out. Say it ain't so.
Chris Godwin was a 1,000-yard receiver. And
the
in this
whole
game.
league can't be better than us, bro. That's not possible.
That's a Dallas Cowboy problem. I mean, the Giants ain't better than us, at least not yet. They trying to be.
Shit, Washington creeping on the come up, baby. like them cats. They creeping on the come up. Cause Dotson probably pretty good, bro. He ain't got no quarterback though, so we been in the clear. We been in the clear.
I'm just saying, man, why everybody's stuff on paper look better than our shit?
That shit sad, bro. Is it because we low on Cooks? How do other people feel though?
Nobody's gonna say that Brandon Cooks is a top 10 number 2 receiver. Nobody's gonna say that he's a top 10 number 2 receiver. Nobody's gonna say that Jalen Tolbert is one of the better number 3 receivers.
Man, like make your case. Hold on. Make your case then, Chata. Make your case. How?
Okay, how?
Make your case.
What has Brandon Cooks and Jalen Tolbert done to make you feel that? I can understand.
Definitely top 5 in receiver, and we overreacting.
How?
Bro, I'm trying to be as fair as possible. I swear to God. I'm over here.
He said,
I'm over here defending Cooks and everybody else, so you know I'm trying to be fair. That's not true, bro.
Trey Fargo said we need to include the quarterback. Listen, if you got to include the quarterback in the wide receiver,
now Dak make a difference.
Dak make a world of difference.
Hold on, Flip from Texas said we just hyping up other team receivers. You really think that, man? Because Flip, I know you be here sometime.
They produce.
You really must don't know me, bro. Because I don't do that. I'm being honest, bro. These boys are just better. They are. So, okay, name me the one you feel like that, though. Because I really want to know. Because I'll reevaluate it and see am I tripping. I will. So let me know which one you talking about, bro. Because this is not my intentions to hype nobody up, bro. This is not my intentions. He talking about some CD by himself is 1 and 2.
That's not
what
how
we're doing,
works.
bro. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. He said D-Hop
you see what
is
I mean?
old. What D-Hop numbers was last year?
Like 1,000 something
Brandon
yards.
Cooks old too, though. Brandon Cooks almost, he 30? They about the same age.
Yeah, Brandon Cooks like 30. A matter of fact, DeAndre Hopkins 31.
Man,
and he still
had 1,057 yards, 7 touchdowns.
7 touchdowns.
Come on,
while
bro.
playing with some horrible quarterbacks.
With a rookie young quarterback, did he even finish the year?
He ended up finishing the year. I think Ryan Tannehill had started the year.
Man, how can you say he better? He said Hunter Renfrow is not good. I ain't say for sure the Raiders was. I said I was thinking. I'm trying to see.
Hunter Renfrow got cut, so we can't even count him. We need to sign Hunter Renfrow.
Okay, they got what you call him, Devontae Adams.
All right, let's take a look at these guys' numbers.
Tricks, the Panthers.
See, Jacoby
be better than
hold on,
Jacoby
Myers. No. Jacoby Myers, who was their second receiver, had 807 yards and 8 touchdowns.
Who?
I don't know. Their second receiver, the Raiders, 807 yards, 8 touchdowns. So he actually had a better season than Brandon Cooks.
I ain't gonna say I'll take him over Cooks though, but if you talking about stat wise, it sounds like he had a better year.
I mean, I don't know the man, so I'm just saying. I'm just looking at the numbers here. I'm just saying who produced. That's all I'm looking at is who produced. Cooks missed 2 games.
Sorry, that's not true. He had an under 1,000-yard season with the Texans last year too.
Yeah, so this is 2 years in a row he didn't get 1,000 yards. So we're not going to act like he stopped getting 1,000 yards when he came to Dallas.
Yeah, that's not true. I know a lot of people like to say that, but it's not.
And Brandon Cooks
Cooks
didn't play a full season either.
Wasn't that far off from D-Hop. D-Hop had 1,000 with a bad quarterback.
Brandon Cooks had 657 yards. Dog, we're not finna do this.
How that ain't far off 22 Savage? I'm just trying to be fast possible, man. That's all I'm doing. I ain't on nobody's side. I'm neutral. I want y'all to convince me. That's what I'm doing. I'm neutral. I'm in the middle. So make your case if that's not true. That's all I'm saying. Ain't no way you can say that.
He only played 13 games with the Texans. Okay, so he missed games on both teams.
He missed games on the Texans?
Yeah, he missed games on the Texans.
No, who you talking about? D-Hop?
No, I'm talking about Brandon Cooks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm talking to Tavaria.
Now D1971, I don't know who channel you on, but I actually agree with this comment.
Hell yeah, I agree with that.
You don't mind. Shout out to you. I agree with that. Turpin definitely need more snaps.
The touchdown, if you want to go from the touchdown angle, yeah, he had the touchdown production.
Look, Choctaw, that's true. But we could have been better if we would have jumped out the gate. So look, this is not me saying we won't be better this year, because I expect us to be better in year 2 under this offense. But how much better is my problem. That's the only thing I got. I just want to know how much better. Is it going to be from a level 6, 7 to a level 9? Or is it going to go up a half a notch? You know what I'm saying? Like, how much better is it going to be? Because I feel like it need to be much better, especially to compete with some of these other teams. I feel like it's going to need to be much better. He said, but his number 1 had 1,800 yards. What you want him to do? Let's see go pull up Tyreek Hill's numbers and then pull up Jalen Waddle numbers, because Tyreek Hill had like 17. He was right there with him, Flip. It ain't no excuses, man.
All right, Tyreek Hill. Let me look at Tyreek numbers.
And I think Waddle missed games too.
Tyreek Hill had 1,799 yards.
How many Waddle had?
Let me pull it up. $1,014.
And he missed games. So, like, what are we saying when people say stuff like this? Oh, CD had this much, so nobody could get this much. We just seen it happen. It happens. That ain't taking all them opportunities from him. But to be fair, maybe they tight end didn't get a lot of targets. Like, I'm trying to be fair, bro. I'm not on nobody's side. How many targets did Water have? That's a good question. You gone off the screen already?
I was, but I can go back.
We just trying to be fair, Trey. I promise I'm not pushing no agenda. I'm in the middle. We trying to figure out the truth. That's it. I'm not on nobody's side right now.
So Waddle had 72 catches, so he at least had 72 targets. So let's take a look.
Yeah, that's more than Cooks already.
Oh yeah, Waddle had 104 targets. So let's see how many targets Brandon Cooks had.
Cooks had about 70 something, I think.
Hold on, let's look. Brandon Cooks had 54 catches and 81 targets. So yeah, that's might be the difference.
20, 30, what? How much the difference was?
About 20.
20?
Let's round
that's
about 20 targets.
So you think he would have got what? 400 yards and 20? It's possible.
It's possible, depending if it's a big play, what you drew up. It just really depends, dog.
This right here might be the difference. This right here might be the difference. I need to know how many targets they tight end got, because they tight end might didn't get nothing. You see what I'm saying? They tight end might have didn't get nothing, and then we got Ferd that got targets. So that might have took a little away from Brandon Cooks.
Dolphins tight ends. Let me look at who they tight ends was last year, 2023 depth chart. All right, their tight ends. Yeah, this year. Hold on. Yeah, I gotta go back because that's from this year. I need to see what they did last year. Miami Dolphins receiving leaders. Let's do that.
He said that's a huge difference. 20 targets really not that. Because look, okay, if we say 20 targets a huge difference, out of them 20 targets, how many more completions you think he would have had? How many completions he just had? What, he had 50-some completions and he had 80-some targets. So he's not going to catch all 20 passes.
Hey, landlord,
I
think that is the case. They tight ends didn't do shit.
So that's the difference. They tight ends didn't eat. So he had extra targets to go out to Waddle. See, I'm trying to be fair. I'm trying to be fair, y'all.
Yeah, like we're not trying to push a narrative. We just want to know what the fuck is really going on. That's all. And see, that's why I like coming on here with y'all, because we're having a very productive, open conversation. And it enlightened me a little bit, right? Because I was going to just drag kinfolk for not producing. But like, hey, when you got a Pro Bowl, possibly an All-Pro tight end on your team, and also, if I'm not mistaken, Jake Ferguson was one of the guys that led you in separation this last year. So it's always a good idea to throw the ball to Jake Ferguson. So I get it. So if the argument is Jake Ferguson is truly the number 2 option and Brandon Cooks is the number 3, then that's a different conversation.
I don't know if that's like, because he can't be the number 2. How many targets?
But he is.
He got more
Jake
targets
Ferguson
than
is. Yes, he got more targets than everybody not named CeeDee Lamb.
Oh, okay.
I know that without looking at it.
That's kind of.
Jake.
You sure?
I mean,
I ain't never.
Yes,
I ain't never compared.
All right, let me pull up Jake Ferguson's numbers for y'all, man, because I know for a fact he had a ton of targets.
Shout out to Rogue with the $4.99 for your mind. Appreciate you, sir. He says, "Be real to the game. Are we beating the Browns week 1?" Yes.
I don't know yet.
I'm a Cowboy fan, so I gotta say yes. I'm sorry. We gonna figure it out. We gonna win.
Man, hold on.
I'm gonna just say
Jay Ferguson had 102 targets.
So Jay, what about how many more than Cooks? About 10, 15,
20.
Oh, 20. But 21. Like I said, that's a decent amount more. But I'm saying, how many of those 20 targets you think Cooks would have caught? He wouldn't have caught all 20.
But how many of them go for 50 yards? How many of them go for 40 yards? How many of them go for 30 yards? He could have did
some damage out of them, though. He could have did some damage out of them.
Let's say he only catches 10 of those passes, but all of them are explosive plays. Let's say that they all got drawn up, and they're similar plays to what he did against the Giants or whatchamacallit. You can't really project because you don't know.
You really don't.
Matter of fact,
that's fair.
Let's take a look. And let's take a look. Let's find out what his catch rate is and his yards per reception. Right? Let's find that out. And we can.
I kind of am too, though. I'm worried about our O-line play. Everything else, I think I'm pretty good. I feel like we'll be able to cover Coop. We didn't even get into the matchups. See, hold
on. I'm gonna do the math on this.
It's so Brandon he ain't did a show for real in a long time. Kind of feel like so we just going crazy right now.
It's fun too though. We ain't really chopped it up.
That's why I ain't tripping.
Hey, so Brandon Cooks caught 66.7% of his passes, and he averaged. Let me see how many yards per reception. So
we can kind of project. That's what you're trying to do.
Yes, I'm trying to project. All right, so 66.7. That's yards per target, but let's see what's the actual yards and attempt. All right, so you're gonna do yards per target or yards per touch? Because he averaged 11 yards per touch.
Whichever one you think the closest to reality.
All right. So yards per touch, I like yards per touch.
Okay.
All right. So let's take that 20. I need you to use your calculator because I'm using my phone to do this.
Man, you know I don't do math. You know what I'm saying? I was an athlete, so you know.
I'm finna talk you through it.
I'm just messing. Okay, what it is?
All right, I need you to do 20 times 0.66.
Okay, that's 13.2.
13.2. Multiply that by 11.7. Matter of fact, multiply 13 by 11.7 because you can't have 0.2 of a completion.
Okay, 13 13 times what?
11.7.
That's 152.1.
So that's how many yards he would have probably had if he had caught the ball at the same rate.
And what that would have put him? He had.
I need you to do the 657 plus what you had.
He would have been at 809. 809. That's pretty decent. I could take that.
So let's say he gets those 20 extra targets. Lord forbid nothing happens to Jake Ferguson. Let's just say we coming out hot and we're throwing the ball around. If he gives me 800 something yards and like 8, 9, 10 touchdowns, that's fine.
I'm fine. I ain't saying nothing after that. I'm good.
So the numbers, man, made us feel a little bit better. If he had the opportunity, CP probably could have been an 800-yard receiver. And if he had 8 touchdowns and 800 yards, that's a damn good number 2.
That was dope right there, man. Give it up for HTM, the math wizard.
Trap.
But
yep, and Malden, you're right. It could be higher. I'm just doing the numbers we had on file. It could be higher, could be lower. I just wanted to go with the law of averages.
He probably would. Yeah, that's a fair argument there too, Trey. See, look, man, Landlord is not stubborn, bro. I just want the truth. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell the truth on how I feel. Trey says, and he would have got another touchdown or two out of that too.
I can see it.
Maybe 1, 2. It's possible. It's possible.
Dak like throwing the ball down there for some reason. He wins off the line so quick.
So I give you even more on that. I say he might have got 2 more touchdowns out of that 150. So if you do that, that's 10 touchdowns, 800 yards. Hey, shit. Hey, we cooking. So look, we might have just came to an agreement. Hey, if he would have got a few more targets, maybe he would have produced more. But we'll have to see. Shout out to Flip from Texas with the $4.99 super. He says, we had blowouts early in the season while other receivers was in close games. Stats can be misleading. That's true, too.
That's fair.
True. That's true.
That's very fair.
That's why you got to watch the tape, though. That's why you got to watch the tape.
And like we just broke down, if he had the opportunities at the rate that he was going, he would have probably been, a pretty productive wide receiver. He still was decent. He had the 8 touchdowns. It just but I'll say this: the 2 guys that got 100 targets in our offense, they went off. Jake Ferguson was a Pro Bowler. CeeDee Lamb was an All Pro. So the 2 guys that did get 100 targets in our offense, 8. So with Brandon Cooks that got the opportunity to have 100 targets, then he probably would have 8 too. So I can concede that. I concede that. He said, y'all know who's not a wizard? Bad intentions. Nah, we made bad intentions disappear. We wizards, my nigga. Yeah, we made him disappear in a puff of smoke. Abracadabra, he gone. Hey, cuz, why you got me on this solo for no apparent reason, man? We Gucci? Anything going on your side? What's up?
Come on, bro. You done did more shows than this. When that happens, that means you supposed to be cooking. Maybe I'm doing some producing back here. You don't make an announcement, sir.
Man, I want to know what nefarious shit you doing. You just gonna stop the show? See, he up here trying to catch a play.
Look, you know your co-host is nefarious when they just put you on blast. I'm over here producing. I'm over here content creating. I'm doing a lot of things, and he's just gonna call you out while I'm on the screen. Come on, man. Now, you know better than that. Hey, man, we got to get here in an L for that. Hold on. You know goddamn well better than that. That means I'm doing something. That means improvise, Come on now.
You doing something. You probably doing something despicable is the issue. I need you to be righteous, my boy.
If this was a TV show and we acting, you up here like, so why he ain't say his right line? Like, come on. He gonna just call the shit out. You know what I'm saying? He gonna call, wow, well, he ain't say his line right, so I don't do it. Should I go now? Man, keep the show rolling, bro. You gotta be smoother than that. See, y'all Arkansas dudes must not be smooth enough, man. You know
y'all Alabama folks be doing too much. I gotta
Arkansas dudes ain't smooth enough, man. I should have told me
I gotta make sure we don't get raided dealing with Landlord, man.
You should have just told me that, man. We could have, you know what I'm saying? We could have saved a little time. But man,
see, I heard you was at a Diddy party. So I had to ask what the hell you doing when you go off the screen for a little bit. I heard that you in Alabama. Like the whole of Alabama was at the last Diddy party.
You ain't heard nothing like that. Shit. Diddy wasn't making a day down here. It's rough down here.
Oh Lord, get me straight.
You'll see Diddy somewhere. Shit. Sitting on
You
bricks
said it's that
somewhere,
blue?
tied up.
Yes, and blue is a flavor. Blue is a flavor, my boy.
Don't be stealing my lines. So now you're going to call me out and you're going to steal my lines. Blue ain't a flavor because we know what it is.
Yes, it
it's
is.
Either blue raspberry or either way. It's blue raspberry. It ain't nothing else.
You don't know? Nah, man. You don't know. That's how I know. That's how I know you from
blueberry.
Alabama. Y'all ain't got the damn flavors like that. Man,
it ain't blueberry. What is it?
Y'all ain't got them flavors like we got down here. Man, that's y'all
look,
problem right now.
See, red is a flavor because it's too many. See, y'all don't even know the origins of this stuff. Red is a flavor. Look, red is a flavor because it's so many different possibilities of what kind of flavor it could be. So, and to keep me from having to explain to you what it is, just know that this is red Kool-Aid, okay? The end. It's over. Blue, you like, oh, that's blue raspberry or some shit. You know what I'm saying? You already know what blue is.
So you don't know. You don't know if I had one of the pouches and bust this bitch in here or not. You
over there mixing flavors now. If you mixing flavors, all bets off. All bets off. If you're mixing flavors, all bets off.
Like this shit might not even supposed to be in blue. You don't know.
You know what I'm saying? He done put an energy pack in that motherfucker.
Hold on. My boy Trey want to know how many targets went to Michael Gallup.
Too many.
Should have been.
Way
too many. Let's go look. Michael Gallup was struggling too. So we know he got 34 catches, so he had at least 34 targets. So let's see. This man had 57 targets.
57?
57.
That's too many.
Way too many. It's better than 2022. 2022 he had 74.
74. He just been going down. Just downhill.
As he should.
Po Gallup. Wait a minute now. What they say on them old school songs? Y'all was talking about the Raiders wide receiver core. They
Michael
got
Gallup
Michael Gallup now, bro. Trap. They got Michael Gallup now, boy. So we gotta recalibrate all of that stuff we said about the Raiders.
Yeah, they got worse
because he make a huge. Wait a minute.
Yeah, knowing that they got Michael Gallup, they are now one of the worst receiving corps in the NFL. I'm sorry I even brought them boys up.
Nah, bro. We gotta recalibrate that. We gotta count them up again because you know how much of a impact player Michael Gallup gonna be. So. That changed the whole take on the Raiders, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Also, I want to throw this out there. I realized I had got sick and I did not even finish the jersey raffle. So everybody that's sent, I'm still putting y'all in for the jersey raffle. We're going to still run it. So if y'all hit the Cash App or the Super Chat, anybody that sends $5, I'll enter you for the opportunity to win the Dallas Cowboys jersey. JV B-Boy. So you sent the Cash App earlier. They got you 4 raffle entries. So we're gonna keep the raffle going, and we're just gonna rock out like that. It totally had slipped my mind. I was just thankful to be back alive and amongst the living. But we still gonna wrap this motherfucking raffle up. So if you want to enter for a chance to win a Dallas Cowboy jersey, hit the Cash App or hit the Super Chat. $ Henry the More. Super Chats on YouTube, and I got Venmo and PayPal. Y'all want to hit that too. So tap in for a chance to win, man.
Absolutely, man. I was just thinking, boy, you had so many prayers up for you, boy. I know you finna be blessed for a while.
Man, God is good, man.
You got some blessings for a while, boy. We were praying for you every episode, boy. We so glad you're back and healthy, man. We glad you're back and healthy. But, man,
you and me both, bro.
We did a detour. We supposed to have been talking about more of these matchups, but I gotta go
Let's
eat
look
me
at
some
it.
food. I gotta eat me some food, bro. I just got home not long ago. I gotta go.
Go get your plate and come back.
Nah, we don't
I'll do
behave
the
that way.
talking.
We don't behave that way over here, man. We don't behave that way. But
Now see,
that's just content for tomorrow. That's all.
we'll do it tomorrow. So I tell you what, when you jump off here, set the show, man. We'll do a show when I get home.
That's what's up, man. We probably come back around by 6:30 or something like that. I might have to catch me a couple of shifts. Oh yeah, I ain't never say now. I forgot, but we gonna start doing the fun to get us to training camp again. We gonna start that early, man, so we can have enough time. Make sure we get stuff paid for. But training camp is around the corner. It's a little minute, August, but it'll be here before you know it. So we trying to make sure we get a decent amount of money so it won't be all on me, all on me. So, yeah, man, we gonna try to make sure we get out there and get y'all some more exclusive content. Y'all seen me out there last year. Y'all helped me get out there. It was greatly appreciated. I think I did a good job at, finagling my way up in there, man. So we got a lot of stuff going on, but we trying to get out there. One thing I did learn I was wrong about, I didn't know this. This comes with experience. I didn't know that they practice every other day. So when I first got out there, I was like, okay, that first day I can go to a practice. Was late, then wasn't able to get to the practice. So when I first got there, I had to wait 2 days before I got to a practice. So that's just time just messing me up. So I'm gonna have to be down a decent amount of time so I can actually get a few practices. I don't know why the Cowboys got to practice every 2 days, every other day. You know what I'm saying? It'll be so much better if they just practice every day. I can go down another 2-3 days and be out of there. But, Jerry got to be nefarious, man. So we will be doing that up until the draft, man, trying to make sure we get funded and get some support, man. But I appreciate y'all, man. We finna get ready to wrap it up. I got to go eat me some food. I came straight out of work and came on here for y'all, man. So let's get it done.
Ditto.
What you got to say to the people, man? Where they can find you at, Mr. ACM?
Yeah, man, it's your boy Henny the Moore reporting live from the liquor store, man. You can find me at HTM Sports on YouTube, Henny the Moore on Facebook. So just tap in with your boy, hit that sub, hit that like, hit that Cash App, hit that super. Tell a friend, tell a foe, tell a pimp, tell a hoe. It does not matter. Let them folks know what's going on in the liquor store, man. Tap in, get drunk off the content with your boy.
Yes, sir, man. And I go by Landlord from Alabama with the same handle on all social media, man. Y'all make sure y'all tap in for the win. Oh, yeah, and I met Fresh King out there at the training camp, man. You going back this year? Let me know. He says, yeah, word, Landlord. But I knew when they did it, AI playing and I playing well around it. So, yeah, man, then they give all the information late, so they just sit up and let the prices just rise up. If they tell us training camp now, I could just go on buy a plane ticket or go on set up my place where I'm going to stay. But you can't do none of that until you get the date, so they just screw you all the way over. They don't want us there, sound like it. Them motherfuckers don't want us there. That's what it sounds like. But, we going to still make sure we get out there, man. Make sure we give y'all some top-tier content, some good insight. I'm ready to see it, though, because there's some big-time battles that's going to be in camp, man, this year. But like I said, man, yeah, it's some big-time battles. What's wrong?
Can I just say this?
Go ahead.
What happened if Cooper Rush beat out Trey Lance?
I told you, it'll be the worst move ever. The worst move ever.
I don't think anybody talking about it, but that's a real possibility, dog. It's a real possibility that Cooper Rush go out there and beat him.
Is it really?
You can play bad enough where they gonna set your ass down. What if Trey Lance?
Hold on. Is it really? I don't think you understand what I'm saying. Is it really though? You think they gonna give him a fair shot? Man.
No. If Trey Lance is in preseason throwing pick sixes, what the hell you think they're gonna happen?
I don't know, bro. I just don't see them like they gonna make themselves right here. He gonna have to be the backup.
Is he though?
Gonna have to be.
He's not tied to the team next year.
They talking about expensive wide receiver rooms. Let's see that expensive quarterback room. Shit, I know we number one in that.
He gotta be.
We number one in the most expensive quarterback.
Dak making 55. I think Trey making 5. Cooper Rush is making 2. Your quarterback room over $60 million right now.
Crazy. Just craziness. But man, y'all already know, man. We appreciate all the love and support, man. Make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. And you already know why them haters be hating on us, man. You already know why. Why they say that, Hen? Because we are, where my thing?
The greatest.
The greatest. That's right, man. Make no mistake about it.
Yeah.
Thanks for all the love and support. I have no fuel or energy in my body at this point right now. You know what I'm saying?
And this is greatness defined. Every line is divine. Verses boggle your mind. And every song, man, I swear it just get better with time. No matter how much shade they throwing, I still manage to shine. I don't know why they so obsessed with mine. I'm all they think about. Go in their house, they probably got my pics in the shrine. Damn, I never let these play me. They see us ballin', now they wanna switch teams like KD. I know my time coming, I guess I'ma wait and see. I'm too cocky and confident and humble. For me, Lord, help me with my egotistical ways. But I'm amazed how they display such miserable hate. I never paid attention to what most to say. Their words are unemployed like prepositional phrase. They wanna see me crash and burn in a ridiculous blaze. But yet I rise like the Phoenix. Show these I'm great enough. Yeah, I know these haters can't stand me. We'll take a seat. I do it for the family. So bring the block to the Grammys. And if you try to stop me, you need a plan B. Yeah, I just do it for the real. If you ain't from the bottom, you ain't get how I feel. To go against the odds, go hard, chase meals. Let the dollars till you make it. Show them all you the greatest. I'm the great young poet, got flow flowing, it's mind blowing. I'm flamboyant when brainstorming, that's fair warning. For my opponents, there will be mourning before the morning. Every beat I eat and destroy, that's what the fans wanted. The hot topic, you try to copy, that's hard stopping. Yeah, I'm a giant when rhyming and y'all microscopic. I got them watching and they believe in me like a prophet. Custom pics I'm cropping, be masterpieces, they photoshopping. I'm from the bottom, assembled by the avenue. So I gotta pay homage to the hood to show my gratitude. And then my attitude is similar to an animal. These niggas ain't half as cool, I got different levels to tap into. I am the truth. To know that I kill it, these are God-level lyrics. I should be on Mount Olympus. My music therapeutic to the real spirit, like it came from ancient Kemet. Ain't nobody with me, I'm the great. Yeah, I know these haters can't stand me. We'll take a seat, I do it for the family. So bring the block to the Grammys. And if you try to stop me, you need a plan B. Yeah, I just do it for the real. If you ain't from the bottom, you ain't get how I feel. To go against the odds, go hard, chase meals, let the doubters see you make it. And show them all you the greatest, I'm the greatest.
And not only am I the greatest, we are the greatest. You know them haters hate us because they ain't us. You know them haters want to try to suppress our success. But nevertheless, we pass every single test with flying colors like no other. And like I say, 1K, one love, Cowboys Nation. Let's go.